White dog shit hunters.
That's like a shit bounty dog the bounty hunter show.
White dog
Shit hunters.
Kick out its mechanical leg.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it did one of them little like weird drops.
And fuck its blowhole.
And I do not believe that you are going to wank over mine and Dave's dead bodies.
Anyway. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3 of the Voorny podcast. I'm here with my lovely fiance again, Leannimal Cub. Say hello, Leannimal.
What's up, nerds?
What's up, nerds? I am absolutely COVID up. I've got black gloves on, you know, you've got to stay safe out there. We'll get into the black gloves in a minute. But first, we have a sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to read it out right now. It's my duty to read the sponsor out, as you know, because we've got to get that money. Today's sponsor is Doug's Dolphin Solutions. Did you know that dolphins are poised to take over the world as soon as 2021?
It's true.
It's true. It's absolutely true. Are you aware that they will soon become our fishy overlords and force us all into a life of submission? No? Never heard of this? Think I sound fucking insane? Well, you, sir, are an idiot. But like all idiots, you can be educated. The good folks at Doug's Dolphin Solutions have everything you need to survive the impending fish apocalypse and educate your friends and family. From dolphin-seeking missiles to robotic leg immobilizers, DDS has what you make a dolphin noise. Oh, okay. Okay, right. From seeking missiles to robotic leg immobilizers, DDS is what has what you need. Am I making a dolphin noise? No.
I think that's what you need. I'm pretty sure that's what that says.
Doug's Dolphin Solutions is your one-stop shop for anti-dolphin supplies. If you visit www.fuckoffyoudolphinscum.co.uk and enter the code HONESTSHARKS, you can get 20% discount of your first offer.
Wow, that's a good discount.
Don't be an arsehole. Put a bullet in that blowhole with Doug's Dolphin Solutions.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Doug's Dolphin Solutions.
Thanks, Doug's Dolphin Solutions, for sponsoring the podcast.
Yeah.
Now, the keen-eared around you would, and the keen-eyed would say that this is not a real. What is it? Sponsor. Thank you. I have tasked my missus every week to come up with a sponsor, and I'm not. That's the first time I read it. And she's got to come up with a sponsor I have to read at the start of the show. Thank you for the waves, by the way, on Instagram Live. We are going live for 10 minutes, guys, and then we are actually going to not go like, oh my God, I've got so many things to do. We need a producer now, Leon.
We really don't.
We do. We now need a producer.
Maybe
I'm going to get
take
Tom.
Your gloves off.
No, I'm not taking my gloves off. And I'm not taking my glasses off because I feel fly. Do you
I thought they were for COVID.
What, the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, because everybody knows COVID doesn't come
afraid of people who are dope.
It doesn't go through your hands, it goes through your eyes. Well, don't go through your mouth, it goes through the eyes and the hands.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So stay safe out there, wear gloves.
Goes through your hands.
Yeah.
Like, as in it eats away at your skin.
And in your eyes.
And
I have
eyes.
to take these glasses. I can't.
I'm blind.
I got loads of podcast topics this week that we're going to talk about. We've come a little bit prepared this time round. Is there anything you want to bring up before I get into this, Leannimal Cub?
No. I think you should go first. I'm looking at the board of what we've got, but most of it's stuff that I know that you really want to talk about.
Oh God, yeah, we've got the board as well. I didn't think about this. So we want to talk about my mother, don't we? Oh, we'll have to get the picture of my mum up in a bit. We'll have to. I
think we should have an episode specifically for Suzanne where we get the picture up.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Dedicated to my mother?
Dedicate it to Suzanne.
Yeah, for the podcast listeners, my mum is a gem. She's like a gold mine for like any kind of content that I could ever need. If I ever start a stand-up career, there'll be a whole segment about my mother. She's a beautiful human being. I think we spoke about her last week. Can't quite remember.
We've spoken about her every week.
Honestly, it's ridiculous. Yeah, actually, I got podcast topics to bring up. So the Doug's Dolphin Solutions, because we actually spent yesterday, didn't we, with our lovely neighbours who are actually on the live stream right now. Hello, Doug, if you're still there, that is.
Hello, Doug.
Hello, Doug.
Oh, he might still be there. He might have fucked off.
Yeah. Jimmy says, sorry, by the way, Jimmy says on the live stream, I heard he gets dogs drunk and I can't see the text, but it says Quaddibukas, and then he has his wicked way with them, and he's got dog spunk all over his hands, and that's why he's wearing the gloves. Yeah, well, I've actually been discovered. Sorry about that. Jim, this is the podcast you're getting, babies. Oh, Doug's giving us a kiss. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it. But yeah, the Doug. So that sponsor was about yesterday's. We was sat in our garden because it is bank holiday weekend at the minute, and we obviously are quarantined and locked down. So we sat in the garden all day, and
it was beautiful.
It was beautiful, and we got on the bevs, didn't we? And had a few bevs with the neighbours.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, utterly fantastic. And then
wonderful afternoon.
Then we went inside and proceeded to hear Doug and.
I'd like to say there was a fence in between. We got drunk over the fence.
Social distancing.
Like they were drunk in their garden, we were drunk in our garden.
Yeah. Before anybody kicks off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. My hands are sweating. I'm starting to regret this decision to wear these gloves.
No, you got to wear them the whole podcast.
Whole podcast now. There's a funny meme that I thought it lasted about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think it was funny ever.
No. Shut up, Leanne. It was funny.
Okay. You look like you're actually just sweating.
I am actually sweating. I'm so hot. I got this jumper on, and I thought, because I don't, we look like we're sponsored by bloody Rip and Dip, by the way.
I wish.
If you look on the
Did you see?
What?
Rip and Dip launched COVID-19 t-shirts.
Did they?
There's this little guy, and he's got a little mask on the t-shirt, and then they've got actual face masks as well.
Oh bloody hell! I left my beer over there. You talking?
Yeah. So yeah, they've got little face masks as well with this guy on them. They look amazing.
Yeah, Rip and Dip. If you see this, please sponsor us.
Sold out when I looked on the website.
Oh. But I needed my beer, and it was all the way over there. But yeah, we look like we're sponsored by Rip and Dip. So if anybody listening on the podcast, by the way, there's a video podcast available. Search for the Voorny podcast on YouTube, and you'll see lots of Rip and Dip stuff. I'm wearing my Rip and Dip hoodie today, which is my favourite gift I think you've ever bought me. I'm
wearing my Pablo Escobar.
Oh yeah, Leanne's wearing.
Cocaña
she says, "Oh, I'm going to
t-shirt.
change my," because she was pretty hot in a hoodie. I'm now guessing that was a good idea.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, you look pretty fly in that though. To be fair. That's actually our friend Softies. We've got so many of our things in here of our friends. But yeah, I'm going totally getting sidetracked. So we spent yesterday with our neighbours, obviously social distancing, and Doug, Emily, and Leanne all got a bit tipsy, and we started Doug went on this rant about dolphins, and I was just like pissing myself laughing. I had to like jot the stuff down. I said I'm going to mention this for the podcast. So Doug thinks dolphins are evil.
Yes, he thinks they're evil, and he thinks that they're going to find a way to come on land and take over.
Yeah. All this time, I thought dolphins were beautiful creatures. I've been told to Google this as well, actually, like Google like dolphin attacks and things like that.
Apparently they kill for fun.
Yeah, some of the lines that I've written down that came out of Doug's mouth yesterday was, sharks are honest, dolphins are manipulative, mate. Dolphins attack for fun. I'd rather fight a tiger than a dolphin.
I'd like to put that question out to everybody else as well, especially on Instagram Live. Would you rather fight a tiger or would you rather fight a dolphin?
Yeah,
carry on.
Yeah, I don't know what I would rather fight a dolphin 100. But then again, he made a good point. He said that dolphins are in the water and you are at a severe disadvantage.
Yeah, come at you like a bullet.
But still, I would argue a severe disadvantage with a tiger or a lion.
I don't think either of them's going to be an easy fight. I mean, I think a dolphin on land,
I'd fuck it up.
I don't know.
If it had mechanical legs.
They're cool.
Like,
just kick out its mechanical leg.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it did one of them little like weird drops.
And fuck its blowhole. Just cap it in its blowhole. Also, another great line that Doug said.
DDS can help you with that.
Yeah, DDS, our sponsor. Thank you for sponsoring the podcast, Doug's Dolphin Solutions. He also said if mushrooms were an animal, they would be dolphins because he hates mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Which I used to not like mushrooms, but I love mushrooms now, especially when they're fried right. But Doug, what did he say? Doug said the texture in his mouth was too slimy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel like that. I never used to like mushrooms.
I love mushrooms now. I never used to like mushrooms.
To be fair, when we first met, you couldn't cut an onion. And you didn't know how to cook mince.
Yeah, you say this all the time around new people as well.
It's so funny.
You couldn't cook before. I could cook. You couldn't cook before me. It made me sound like
you used to be able to make fajitas. But I remember like the first time you chopped an onion.
And I make fajitas very well.
Yeah.
Hello, people joining and waving, by the way, on Instagram Live. We are going to disconnect Instagram Live because if you want to see the podcast, this is a good time to do it, actually. It's been about 10 minutes on Instagram Live, so we're just going to go ahead and cancel that. So, yeah, Instagram Live. Thank you very much for joining us. If you want to catch the podcast, it's going to be out tomorrow or the next day. Peace out. Love you. Bye. End video. There we go. That's just a quick... Oh, we had lovely 14 viewers there. There we go. Great.
Lovely. Nice.
Do you feel like there's a little bit of pressure off you?
Yeah, no, that honestly made me sweat and feel sick. Like, I wanted to touch my hair, but I didn't want to touch my hair. And I just, yeah.
Well, we're only giving him first 10 minutes. I want to see how that goes.
I think it's like one of them things, though, where you just do it the first time. And then after that, it's okay.
Well, to be fair, yeah. I've just noticed like I've got too much stuff to do. If I start clicking around and stuff like that, I can't concentrate on the podcast as much.
Yeah, no, I don't think that.
That's why we need a producer. That's why Tom could get on TeamViewer and just do all this.
Yeah, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, Tom could TeamViewer in and just do all this stuff for us. He pulls it up. He said he's willing to do it. So I might, because now I want to produce it more and actually, pull up clips and stuff like that. It'd be awesome to get like somebody producing it.
I want to know what people think about this behind us. Because I think this is all...
You mean the set?
Yeah, a bit shit.
The set's amazing. There's nothing wrong with this set.
But yeah, I want to see what other people think about it. So let us know what you think about the background.
Absolutely. Anyway, let's go back to Doug on dolphins. And also I want to bring up Emily, Emily, who is Doug's
Should you tell people that
wife.
she's... Should you tell people about this?
What do you mean?
She might not want you to tell people.
She'll be alright. Emily's scared of holes that are close together. What is it? That's an actual phobia, by the way. Can't remember what the phobia is called. I'm going to have to Google it. So, like, when you see holes that are close together...
Cluster of holes.
A cluster of holes.
A cluster of holes.
Yeah.
Every time she said it, that got funnier to me for some reason.
Holes. A phobia of a cluster of holes is called trypophobia. Trypophobia. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, these images, though.
I really don't mind it.
Ooh.
Whoa, look at that guy's back.
No. So, guys, just Google trypophobia or, like, phobia of cluster of holes in Google Images, and it brings...
If you don't like clusters of holes. That guy's back.
Look at that one. Look, it's on the hand, it's so much worse. Is that, like, real? So what we're looking at for anybody who's listening is like holes in somebody's hand, and it just looks like a bunch of holes in someone's hand. It looks absolutely horrible. It looks like your hand is a sponge. Oh my god, it's so disgusting.
Oh, I don't think that's real.
No, we're clicking that off. Yeah, there we go. Boom, boom. Absolutely get that off. So yeah, Emily's got a phobia, and that's an actual phobia. Like I think I remember now hearing somebody at my work who had the same kind of phobia. And it's an actual thing. I can understand it when I look at it because it does look gross, but it's just ridiculous. And but one phobia that she does have is a phobia of ketchup as well. I've never heard anybody be scared of ketchup. She doesn't like Heinz in particular, is it?
Yeah, I think Heinz was the particular brand.
But
she was like, she didn't like the bottle being in the house. The smell of it's disgusting. Everything about it is just gross.
I once took a bath in tomato ketchup for a film. For a film that's shooting in sixth form. My friend Jonathan Kemp poured ketchup all over my back. And it was disgusting. I couldn't eat ketchup for about 6 months after that. It was like the smell of ketchup was like, ugh. And it poured all over my back. Disgusting. And he was just like, yeah, let me pour more on you. I was like, no, John, I don't want this. I don't want this, Jonathan. Put in Kempy. He has a child now. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes, very
That's
interesting.
a nice, interesting story for you, though, isn't it? But yeah,
what
Doug...
was the film about?
I don't know. It's a horror film. My friend Jonathan Kemp was obsessed with horror films.
Was it the one where you were shitting on everybody or something?
Oh yeah, we used to make loads of films. No, that wasn't the one. You
were like in the bushes.
God, yeah.
Waiting for people to like poo on them.
The pedo. That's what we called it. And then
that was it, the pedo.
In sixth form, when I was discovering, how to make films, we always used to make weird films about like, just a pedo and just like shitting on people. Was obsessed with scatting on people for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
We found it really funny, like to the point where we'd like in school, would make fake shits. And would craft them out. Would all go to the shop. Shout out Ben and Joe if you ever watch this. My old school friends, which are now, by the way, all grown up. One's a policeman and one's a banker.
I don't think the policeman would like me talking about this.
Well, I'm not going to say his second name.
Yeah.
He is never going to watch this. And we used to go to the shop on our school breaks, and we used to get Nutella and muffins, and we used to craft a piping bag. Do you know what a piping bag is?
Mm-hmm.
For icing and stuff like that, and we used to mix the muffin and Nutella together and then make fake shits.
Fantastic.
You know about the story, don't you?
I do know about the story.
Leanne's heard like this story 10 million times. She's like, yep. Yeah, I know you used to be an absolute weirdo and probably still are. I mean, we used to make fake turds and we used to go around school and put them around everywhere, and we thought it was so funny to the point where we spent hours sculpting turds. We would spend hours sculpting the perfect shit with like the little chocolate chunks in.
I bet you laughed so much while you were doing that.
Oh, absolutely. It was fantastic.
Did you ever make any like little weird ones? Or any like we were talking about yesterday? When was the last time anybody saw white dog shit?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ever make that?
White dog shit? No. Did I ever craft white dog shit?
Yeah, the chalky white dog poos that used to exist in the 90s. I've not seen one for years.
Yeah, this is what you were saying yesterday, wouldn't you? Like white dog shit was like a 90s thing.
Yeah, I think it's like a 90s kid thing.
White dog shit. You don't see, like you said, you don't see white dog shit anymore. Not that I'm actively going out looking for white dog shit.
I think we should.
I think we should. I think we should go white dog shit hunting.
I think it should be a date night.
Date night, white dog shit hunting.
White dog shit hunters.
That's like a shit dog the bounty hunter show.
White dog
shit hunters. And then what? We're Australian as well. Crikey, mate, I've got
all of a sudden I've got huge tits for no reason.
Yeah, like what's her name? What was like Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife's name? Was it Pam or something?
I think it was like, what did he say to her?
Hello, Mum, by the way. You're obviously going to watch this. Hello, Suzanne.
Oh, yeah, Suzanne.
White dog shit.
Suzanne's disappointed with me.
Already, I can feel my mum just like watch it back and
we spoke to her the other day about this and she said, I've been watching them, yeah. I was like, yeah, what do you think of it? And she went, I thought you were a lady.
Yeah, well, that's... my opinions changed of you.
Oh, my opinions changed a bit. Apologies for that.
You'd be like, oh, you're disappointed? And she'd go, no.
I could hear it in her voice. Yeah.
It's going to be a whole episode dedicated to Mum. I could probably get an hour episode out of it.
Easy.
Can we go back to the white dog shit hunting?
Yeah, white dog shit hunting.
So you've got massive tits all of a sudden.
Yeah, massive.
What was her name? Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife with the gigantic tits.
Say like Donna or something, but I'm 100%.
Donna, it could be. Are we Googling it? Donna. No. Dog the Bounty.
I felt like she knew her husband was...
Beth.
That's it, Beth.
Beth Chapman.
Yeah, I feel like
and Dwayne is their dog.
I feel like she
Dwayne
knew
Chapman.
who her husband was. Like, sometimes in the episode, she used to look at him and think... You could see her thinking... Look at that.
What?
I mean, look at that hairdo.
What, dog?
The short on top with the really long...
Are you on about dog? You're on about Dwayne?
I'm on about Dwayne.
Oh, mate, but Dwayne fucking rocked that. I mean,
He's as stylish as the Tiger King. There's something about a blonde mullet.
Who's more stylish, the Tiger King or Dog the Bounty Hunter?
That's a good question.
Look at how big her jugs are. She has got some absolute cannons.
Melons.
Oh my god, I didn't realise they're that big.
That's all I remember from her, really, is the blonde hair.
Tits, though, ain't they? They're them fat tits.
She's got them fat titties.
You want my fat tits, dog? Mate, she's got big cannons.
I don't know if they are fat tits.
No, to be fair, no,
if she
you
didn't
are right,
have
though, yeah.
They're massive jugs. She wouldn't look so big.
He's like, to be fair, I might I might do a Photoshop of like white dog shit hunters.
What, and have me and you on their bodies?
Yeah, me and you, white dog. Wow. Yep. That's it. That's the picture I'm going to use as well. What minute are we into the podcast? I need to remember this. What minute we're in? 20 minutes in. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to Photoshop our faces. That's going to be the podcast, like, cover art.
Okay.
White. That's the podcast name. White Dog Shit Hunters. Brilliant. There we go. We got a title, baby. I found it hard to like get a title last week, but this week's going to be so much easier. When I go around, I'm going to go around with these black gloves on, hunting white dog shit.
He is the colour of mahogany.
He's always
it's
tanned.
a rich, dark wood.
Dog's always tanned. I used to love that show as a kid.
I still love it now. I think even if I was to put on Dog the Bounty Hunter now,
we need
I
to
would
watch
really enjoy it.
Absolutely.
It is. It's like we were talking about last week, like microwave TV, but at its finest.
Yeah.
I want to have a party and everyone comes dressed as a character from Dog the Bounty Hunter.
What was some of the other characters? His son was a bounty hunter, wasn't it? Like, there was so many characters.
He had a bunch of sons with a bunch of different women, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, I'm sure his kids were from different people other than Beth.
I'm going to put cast.
Didn't he get locked up as well in Mexico or something?
Jesus. Look at him, look. So you got Dwayne, Beth, and you got Leland. Yeah. Doesn't Leland look like Conor McGregor a little bit? I think.
He's got them trophy ears.
Lysa. Oh, they had like a bunch. Tim. It was like a family-run thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. That weird system that America's got.
Like, yeah, what is like bounty hunting? So you're allowed to...
Do we have that in England?
No. Could you imagine like an English bounty hunters? It would just be so shit.
It'd be like, what's that guy? The real Cockney lad. The fucking war. You know which one I mean. He's the really Cockney one, and he's in all the gangster movies, and he thinks she's Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer.
Yeah, it'd be Danny Dyer at the door.
This is Danny Dyer's Dog the Bounty Hunter in the UK. Today we're chasing large men.
Not that.
I am Danny Dyer, and this is my bounty hunting chasers. What would it be called? Danny Dyer's Dog the Danny Dyer Bounty Hunter.
Dog the Danny.
Dog the Danny the Dog Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't think in England it would be called bounty hunting.
Yeah, because we can't
think of some way to make it really English.
The thing is, like, with English police as well, we're not really like. I think now we're dressed to kind of like run after shit. I always thought that like about the English police, right? They always used to wear like the bobby hats. Oh, so you walk around with a truncheon. That's what you think when you think of. That's what you think when you think of the bobby.
No. Then what's going on here?
Oi, oi, oi. Hello, what you got going on there? Oi, oi, oi. And you've got like all they had was a truncheon and a big hat on. And I always think like, how could you chase after anybody in that stupid? Because wasn't it the law as well? Like,
didn't they like push their chins up like that? So it'd be like a little strap on pushing your chin up.
I remember that, and I also remember the weird law of
now I was just about
pregnant
to say,
women can piss in coppers' hats.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's what I heard as well, but I've never bothered to research it.
What? Yeah. That's fantastic. If that's true, that is utterly fantastic.
There are some really weird English laws, though. There's one that you can't walk in a ruff outside the Houses of Parliament.
What do you mean in a ruff?
Like a neck ruff.
What?
No, back in the day, they used to have them like those ruffs.
Yeah.
You couldn't walk outside
like
the Houses of
turtlenecks,
Parliament.
but
Yeah,
cooler.
something like that. It's just weird. Or you couldn't walk with a fish in the street at 6 p.m. or something. There's loads of weird laws like that. America's got the weirdest one.
Especially in Florida. So we're going white dog shit hunting. That's. Well, I mean, we're in lockdown now, so we're not going to find any fucking white dog shit anymore.
We're not going hunting for white dog shit during a lockdown.
No.
But as soon as we get out of lockdown, that's the first thing I'm going to do.
You better believe
I'm going looking for white dog shit.
So where we're going to find white? But you can't find it anymore, so that's what the program's going to be. Well, the program's going to be so, like us just. What are you thinking?
Single episode, just can't find.
We can't find it. We're just like, it was shit out of luck again, guys. Sorry. Tune in next week. And it's just like one of those, the fucking...
It's so over the top.
Most haunted, like, where they keep teasing you, but you never see a ghost.
I'm like up in a tree with a little thing. Like, I'm like, what 019 is 019?
I think I spotted white dog shit, and you just see a fucking...
And there's you, like, army crawling across the fucking kids' playground.
And zooming in on dogs' arseholes as they're taking shits.
With that music, like the bow, 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 and then just zooms in on an arsehole.
I mean, we could create... Like, the thing is, like, finding white dog shit would be hard, but to create white dog shit would be easy. You just got to let... Because why do we not find...
A great date idea.
What, to go out
to craft white dog shit with the person that you love.
Craft white dog shit. So you got to wait for it to ferment. Why does it go white, though?
We've thought about what the show's going to be, thought about how it's going to look. Now we need a scandal. We've got our scandal. There was never any white dog shit. We crafted it all.
There was never any white dog shit.
We crafted it all.
I can't believe this podcast episode name is going to be White Dog Shit Hunters.
Believe it, baby. This is
Are we
where
allowed to swear? Like, are we allowed to put swear in the titles? I'm thinking far too much. Let's go to the white dog shit again. So we can plant white dog shit. We could actually get to a point where we're creating the white dog shit. But then what's the point of the show, though? Like, when we find one, is that the show over?
Well, I think, like, we'd have to find it in the last episode.
What? And we only have one season?
Yeah. Well, no, we just have one episode.
Just one. So one episode of White Dog Shit Hunters. So it's basically a film.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. It doesn't exist anymore. This is my point. I'm not looking for it, but I've not seen a white dog poo for years, and it's a 90s thing. I'm sure it is. They just stopped in the 90s. But
did you ever lick white dog shit?
No, you're thinking about Step Brothers, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, they did do that in Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
If you don't come over here and lick that white dog shit.
We've been talking about white dog shit for the past 10 minutes.
That's fine.
It's fantastic. This is what you get, guys.
What would you rather talk about?
On the Voorny podcast.
Politics.
There's nothing. Politics.
History. Science.
Honestly, my favourite podcasts are the ones where they just talk. That's why Crystal is my favourite. He just absolutely talks about bollocks. And he gets in his own head sometimes. He'll be like, why do you listen to this podcast? I'm like, that's exactly the reason why. And if you're listening to this and you're laughing at the white dog shit.
What?
All good. If you're listening to this and you're laughing to the white dog shit, then you found the right podcast for you guys. Don't worry about it. If you just want to talk about white dog shit, and you just want to be free, and I won't judge you for fucking, if you sat at home thinking right now, I want to try find some white dog shit and I want to lick it, then I ain't going to judge you. You've got a place, you've got a home here. Please send any pictures of white dog shit you can find, guys, to Voorny@gmail.com.
Please do. I really want to see
I
some.
would piss if I got a picture in my Gmail, VOORNY at gmail.com, VOORNY at gmail.com. But it's got to be legit. You can't just like Google image like white dog shit. It's got to be a picture of you holding up. I mean, it's hard to do in quarantine at the minute. It's got to be a picture of you holding up a piece of paper with Voorny. Like, how they do on Reddit. It's got to have you in it and you next to the white dog shit.
And if you find it and you send us a picture of you licking white dog shit, we will send you a picture
I'll PayPal you £5.
Oh.
No, you'll send a picture of what? What was your idea?
Me and you, but photoshopped as Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I mean, that's just going to get released anyway. Oh, framed?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Is that what we're going to offer to everybody? White dog shit hunters?
Yeah.
White dog shit hunters. Well, we need a theme tune.
We'll think of it later. That's why you got all that stuff.
Does white dog shit smell? It doesn't, does it?
I can't remember. Don't remember. But I mean, you've got up to make music, so we'll just make.
I know. I bought a MIDI keyboard with loads of like pads on it and stuff. Hold on, I'm googling something. Why does dog shit go white? Why does dog poo often turn white? There we go. Fun trivia. I don't know how fun it is. Someone actually asked this on a forum. First, fresh dog feces should be firm and brown. I mean, just starting straight off there, just making sure, like the moderator of this whole fucking website, It's just making sure she's safe. Feces should be firm and brown. Do certain foods can change its colour, say to red? What? That said, the white feces you're referring to is probably old feces that has decomposed, which may be the term you're looking for. Or perhaps, better yet, you can say it has calcified. Calcified? Really? Well, there you go, guys. Not reading anymore. What are the topics we got? First of all, let's talk about this lady.
Driving out of this Ohio parking lot is a woman who just attended a church service with dozens of other people, including children.
I asked you about your decision to go to church to be inside that building.
I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Aren't you concerned you could infect other people if you get sick inside?
No.
People who don't go to this
No.
church.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood.
There you go.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood.
And we're stopping it there. So this lady, we're going to call her Pigeon of the Week, comes from America. I don't know her name, don't care. She left a church service, after...
She went to a church service in the first place.
Yeah, she went to a church service after we've all been told to, self-isolate. But hey, Christians, are covered in Jesus' blood. So therefore, guys, you will not contract the coronavirus because you are in Jesus' blood. Leanne, what do you have to say about this woman?
Well,
Pigeon of the Week, thank you very much.
As if I said to you...
Getting mad. I'm getting mad.
If I said to you, I am covered in the flying spaghetti monster's blood and I now can't get coronavirus... And I really meant it. Like, I meant that. I am covered in the blood of an imaginary person, and so I cannot get coronavirus. You would think there was something wrong with me.
I'd leave you instantly.
You'd want me sectioned.
We discussed this actually last week, and I was
bizarre.
during the week, and I was like, if I said that to you, blah blah, and I was like, what I'll do is, I'd act like really cool about it because I would go, oh, you've gone mental in my head, but obviously I can't say that to you straight out because I'm afraid you're going to cut me up because you've obviously gone mental. So as soon as you said this sentence, hold on, let's go back and just see if we can get a little sound.
People who don't go to this
No,
church.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, cool. Oh no, it's all I'll be like, oh yeah, okay, babe, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, me too. And you're like, yeah. And then I would plan my escape so quick during the night. You'll be asleep and you got your little headphones on. You like to wear headphones at night. And you won't even hear me leave, mate. I'd be taking my shit. You wouldn't hear from me again. You wouldn't hear from my family. I'd move us all away. You're obviously an insane person.
The thing that annoys me the most about this woman, apart from the fact that she's
Retarded.
so dangerous.
Sorry, I'm going to say
is that she's so smug at the beginning. Like, you can see on her face, she's so used to being praised for how religious she is. Like, oh,
she
wow.
She does have a
incredible.
Grin.
Like, wow, you're just so committed to God. She's so used to it that when he questions her and says, are you not worried about when he questions her on it and makes her think about it.
Are you worried about even spreading it to others?
She's really taken aback.
Yeah.
She's stunned that someone isn't impressed with the fact that she's so religious. Is that smugness?
She does have a punchable face. It's insane.
Coronavirus Karen.
I'm not up for martial law. I think, it's a bit too far. But there comes a time when there's a global pandemic and religious nuts are still going out there and spreading. It's not just you're gonna contract it. I'm not bothered about you. You're just thick as pig shit. I'm bothered about the people who are going to contract it too, and they're literally they could be spreading it to other people. I don't believe in martial law, but I think there comes a time where you're gonna have to, because the majority of the world is stupid. It just is, and nothing has shown me more than this, more than the pandemic. Since the pandemic has happened and coronavirus has been about, it really has cemented in my mind that most of the world is thick and they're stupid, and religious nuts to go out there and say, I'm covered in Jesus' blood. I mean, I can't, I just can't get my head around that. There comes a time when martial law needs to be enforced and just say, you know what? No, enough of the bullshit. Stop. Like, gun to the head. Stop. You can't do it. No, you're locked in your house. And I can't, I get it. Freedom of speech, walk everywhere you want. I get that. And, like, but just for the love of God, excuse the pun, just, like, if you're going to, like, do you. I don't care what you do. Like, you do you. Like, you know, praise God. But there comes a time where you need to, like, be serious. And just comes a time where common sense... But these people don't have common sense, do they? I'm speaking to a person like they've got common sense. They just don't. I'm covered in Jesus' blood. Okay, let's just carry on to hear what she says.
It's just...
They don't have they can't, like, they're just too far gone.
You don't understand what it feels like to be so religious, though. She really
needs to contract
believes in God.
Now, I don't wish death upon her, but I do wish close to death. You know what I mean? I wish for her to get the coronavirus, go on the ICU ward, get then revived, and be on the verge of death. I don't wish death on anybody, like Boris Johnson. I don't like the guy, but I don't wish death on him, for God's sake. Go to the verge of death, be there, have it be painful, then come back and talk to me. But then again, these religious nuts would be like, God saved me. It was Jesus.
Yeah.
And there's no helping them.
No. 100%. She'd think it was an angel.
Yeah, she would, wouldn't she? She'd be like, Jesus
like,
saved me.
No, it's all the fucking nurses and doctors.
No, it was the fucking... Yeah, exactly right. It's the nurses and doctors that saved you. We've gone from white dog shit, guys, to serious religion. Should we start a white dog shit religion? I'm bathed in white dog shit.
Yeah.
And it doesn't smell, and I can put it on my body, and I won't die from the... we need to convince people out there that eating white dog shit will cure coronavirus.
Yeah.
Anyway, what am I saying? Continue.
I'm covered in Jesus'
But what
blood.
about other people who don't go to this church who you might encounter?
All of these people go to this church.
No, but you're going to be in places where other people
I go to the grocery store every day. I'm in Walmart,
What?
Home
Great, so you're spreading it.
Depot, all of those
But you
people.
could get them sick from what happens in
They
the
could
church.
get me sick, but they're not because I'm covered in his blood. Thank you very much.
Yeah, just disregards him.
Stunned.
Stunning.
She is stunned that she has been questioned
I'm
for going to
Jesus'
church.
blood. Absolutely gone. Martial law.
Very.
I mean, I don't agree with what Japan did. I really don't, locking people in homes, but probably I can see the reasoning.
I was first introduced to that video by Philip DeFranco, and he was walking around and he was going, how does this person have the same access to information that I do? How does she have all of the information that I do, but this is how she thinks? How does that happen? I know everybody's different, that's how it happens, but
like you said, they believe in it so much. They believe in it so much that they genuinely think it's gonna, like...
No, she genuinely thinks she's covered in Jesus' blood.
Let's break it down as well. Like, what does she mean by covered in Jesus' blood? Like, physically covered?
No, I think she means it's spiritually. Like, because obviously Jesus' blood is like healing or something, isn't it? So
I keep punning when I'm going Jesus. My mum's definitely going to be watching. She's quite religious, but
she is.
But to be fair to mum, she's not. She doesn't go to church. She wouldn't go out there and say that shit. She'll go. You know what, David? I'm covered in Jesus' blood, so I'm gonna. If she did that, if my mum, I'd lock her in. I would chain her down. She's my mother. I'd be like, I'm coming over, mum. I'd like sellotape her to the bed. David, it's all right because I'm covered in Jesus' blood.
I'd be worried about her if I'm honest.
God.
I'd be like, oh.
It means she didn't take the pandemic seriously to start off with, but then.
I think we might have to go and live with her for a few weeks.
Oh, I would. I'd
just double check she's all right.
I don't care. I love you too much, mum, and I'm strapping you to the bed if you did that. I'd be like, nope, not going anywhere.
I do think you're too aggressive with people who, because there are plenty of people out there.
It's just one of my triggers.
There are plenty of people out there who believe in God, believe in Jesus, believe in angels, and that's
fine.
They just live happy lives.
No, that's fine.
Like, they believe in that. It makes them a better person, and that's what they want. And honestly, your mum's like that.
Religion.
And you shouldn't be so harsh with people like that.
No, I'm not. The thing is, religion, right, is...
That woman, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not... Well, it's just, I can probably be honest to my mum, and that's why... Because she's my mum, and I care about her, and I know I shouldn't force my opinions on someone, because that's just as bad as, someone preaching. But it's just, I don't agree. It's one of my triggers. It just is. Religion is one of my triggers. And yeah, fair enough, believe what you want to believe, but don't push it onto others. Yes. But like, my mum isn't that bad. Nowhere near as that bad. She believes in like not seances, what are they called? Spiritualists and things like that.
Spiritualism.
And I've
been to loads of them though.
I know you have, and I don't want to get into that. I will get triggered so much. These people are taking advantage of you. No, we're talking about it now. Doing it.
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
There's an occasion.
I don't want to.
No, there's an occasion that I had with a spiritualist. It was
artist.
before I met you.
Can we just replace the word spiritualist with con artist?
Okay, well, how do you explain the following? I
wasn't there, and I cannot, because you will recall it differently to how it was. If I was there, I'd literally call bullshit on all of it.
Okay.
But you'll be like, how can you explain this? He maybe said it in a way which provoked you
to have
a reaction. Or she, whatever.
And she definitely didn't, because I went in there thinking, I'm not going to give her anything. So, at the time I was living in Sheffield, and I'd gone with a bunch of girls that I worked with in Sheffield, and I was, the following month, supposed to be doing something really fun, but I'll tell you what it was in a second. And she said to me, she said, Leanne, you're a very sparkly person, and you need to live a sparkly life. She said, the world is giving you lots of presents and you just need to take them.
What's she going on about? Crazy.
The next step in your life, I can see you working, it's like TV or music or film or something. You're not in it, she said, but you're working behind the scenes or something like that. I was scheduled in like 3 weeks' time to go and work the MTV Video Music Awards in Glasgow.
Yeah.
How did she know that?
How many people has she said that to and they weren't?
What do you mean?
It's a numbers game. It always is. Like, how many times has she gone up to somebody and said, you're going to be working this, that, and the other, or you're going to be doing this, and it hasn't come to fruition, and these people run away. You were one of the lucky ones that came to fruition.
No, I wasn't. I don't think you're right at all.
And plus, there's a whole psychology behind it, which Darren Brown even shows you. Darren Brown, the magician
Okay, there was I was dating a guy from London at the time as well.
Yeah, but it's
and
like,
he was really not a nice guy. And she said to me, she said, the person that you're with at the moment, you need to get rid of him. He's a damaged person.
How many people are in those positions, those relationships?
He's a damaged person. She said,
who's not damaged?
She said, the sooner you get away from him, the sooner you will meet the love of your life. And I was like, oh, and I said, I remember saying, is he blonde? Because I like blondes. And she said, no, he's got dark hair?
Guess what, motherfuckers? It was
grey
me.
hair?
I've got dark
and I was
hair.
like, okay, does he have a beard? And
does he have a big dick?
She went, not really. He's got facial hair though. And she said, when you meet him, he'll be the one. He's going to be the one that you're going to marry and all this other stuff.
And now we are, sat on a podcast together.
And I didn't leave the guy immediately, but like as soon as I finished with him, moved back up to Lincoln, and then not that long after that, met Dave.
Yeah, but like that's so many generalised sweeping comments.
Hair.
Who?
Kind of a beard, not really a beard.
Kind of a beard,
and
not really a beard.
Love
exactly.
You.
Kind of a beard, but not really a beard. How many people? Like that's like sweeping. That's just such a sweeping statement.
I remember
kind
thinking
of a beard,
when I met
but not
you,
really
you had
a
like
beard.
a beard, but it wasn't like a beard.
And then the person you're with now is like, how many people are in broken relationships? How many people are broken? She's making.
How did she know the next person I met would be the one?
And it could not have been, but she got it right, maybe.
No. She told my friend as well. She said your nan's here and she says to you, don't give him such a hard time for washing the baby in Lynx. And the night before, she'd had a massive go at the guy.
Guys, I'm ending the podcast.
The night before, she'd had a massive go at her other half because he washed the baby in Lynx.
Fucking hell. Like, okay, so...
How did she know that?
I wasn't there.
That's incredibly specific.
I wasn't there, so therefore...
Wash a baby in Lynx.
So, was you with this woman at the time?
Who?
Was you in the seance with this woman?
It's not a seance. A
Whatever
seance is when
it
you
is.
contact the
It's
dead.
a con. Was you in this con with the woman? Was you in this con with the woman, which she charged you money for?
I was waiting outside for her to
waiting
finish.
outside, and she
then
came
as soon
out.
as she,
She said all this stuff. Could have been one, could have been lying. Two, interpreted it something so much. Human beings are
she
so.
said, "Wash the baby in length."
Fuck off. I'm not. I'm sorry. I will one day. I've always said this. I'll one day go to one of these things, and I will. Thing is, anybody can Google you now, though. Like, I don't even trust that. Anybody can Google your name.
But you know how private I am. There was nothing online about me.
I will make up a fake name. I'll wear a mask. I'll be like, if you're so good, bitch, fucking go for it. If you're just...
What are you going to do?
My name is Bob Burnquist.
What are you going to do if you walk in and she goes, no, it's not? Plus...
I'll be like, cool. But well, she'll think something fishy's going on because I'll have a fucking weird mask on, a duck mask. And she'll be like... I'll be like, I'm Bob Burnquist. And she'll be like, no, you're not. I'm like, bitch, you don't
Ben Kingsley, mate.
I'm Ben... Yeah, that's my name, Ben Kingsley. I'm Ben Kingsley, mate. And she'll be like, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, I am. Shit, honestly, people, they take money from you. So did this woman charge you as well?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, paid for the reading.
Paid for the reading. Scams.
It was the first one I'd ever been to. Oh, wait, no, that's a lie. My mum sent me to one when I was really young.
Mum sent to you one when you were really young?
Yeah.
Like, what I do feel sorry for is my mum wanted to really get in contact with my nan, who's dead now. Because my mum really wanted to get in contact with her mum. So what really... I don't believe it whatsoever. I think it's manipulative. I think you're preying on people's... not insecurities... What's the word I'm looking for? You're preying on their hopes in getting in touch with the dead, and then you charge them for it, and you're earning money from other people's like hope. Like, and my mum went to go to a séance or whatever it's called, a con. I'm calling it a con.
A reading.
She went to a con. She went to
It's called a reading.
It's called a con, and she wanted to know about her mum. She wanted to know what her mum was saying, and she fed her all this, in my opinion, bullshit, and it gave my mum like a glimmer of hope.
Oh my god!
No, it's fine. Nothing's in it. It's been finished. Jesus. Leanne just knocked the drink over. And in my opinion, she fed her this bullshit. But then my mum made a good point, which I can't argue. My mum was even like, you know what, Dave? If it makes me feel better, why does it even matter?
Exactly.
And I couldn't argue with that, guys. And, and that's my mum. Sometimes she comes out with these absolute gems, even though she probably deep down in her heart thinks it's bullshit. If it makes her feel better, what's the harm? I just don't like people profiting off people like my mum, who's a very sweet and nice person. Same with you. You're very sweet and nice, and you'll go to these things. And I don't like the fact that people are profiting off this. Off gullible people that just want to take your money in hopes of you finding you're dead. I just don't... I think it doesn't sit well with me.
But you see, the thing is the woman that I went to was really good. And I thought, oh my God, there's actually something in this. And then I couldn't get back in with her. So I tried a bunch of other people and they've all been terrible.
Yeah, but again, you're on about, maybe she was a good reader or a good... No, she was a good con artist. You just saw a good con artist out of other people that were shit at it. Just like people who can be good at football and can't. Or a good artist, as in, you practice something long enough, you will get good at it. And con artists and people like, what are they called? Cold readers? And spiritualists and things like that. They can get good at their craft. If I really put in the time and effort, I could convince you I could talk to the dead. I could. Anybody could. It's a skill that can be taught and learned. And Darren Brown proved that to us. In front of everybody, he said, I am making this up right now. You can cold read a person. You can get things from them by their gestures and their social cues and read stuff from people. It's a genuine science.
Okay, well, I think you should try then.
I don't have time to try. I want to do this podcast. The last thing I want to do is please study how to con people. Read. Just to prove a point. I believe what I believe, and I don't have to prove that point. I'm not studying how to con people. To be fair, cold reading would be a fantastic thing to learn for psychology reasons. I love to
I think some people haven't done any training for this whatsoever. I think some people genuinely believe they can do things like read people's auras.
They may believe it, but they can't. But they're the same crackpot, and sometimes these crackpots are funny and great to be around. Like that guy who talked to the fucking aliens. Remember that guy? This is Zoltan. I mean, Rob loves him. I mean, I've got some stuff googled here, but I will.
As soon as you said Rob loves him, it made me laugh because I heard his laugh in my head.
What's his name? So, hold on, let me.
This is Zoltan.
Guy who speaks to aliens.
I mean, he's not well.
Most of these people are not well, Leon. Aliens, is that it?
Yes, Dave.
Yeah, here he is, look. Extraterrestrial. Yeah, it's with Louis Theroux, isn't it? Obviously, I'm not going to show
As a Christmas gift, Reverend Short has offered to use his body
so loud.
as a vessel for his alien friend, Corton.
We're going to have you over here.
Corton.
Okay.
No, I have to be sitting in the southeast always.
Corton will share with us the benefit of his extraterrestrial...
I have to be sitting southeast. Crazy. That's when I leave the room. Okay, I'm good. No, to be fair, I wouldn't leave the room. I'd say I'd leave the room. I'm saying this in the confidence of the podcast, but I'm actually quite a nice person. I wouldn't want to offend this person.
Yeah, I don't think you
I'd
would.
sit there and think, oh my God, this is going to be hilarious.
Extraterrestrial wisdom.
Focus.
Okay.
Oh, here he goes. Guys, by the way, if you want to see this, obviously I'm not going to bring it up on the podcast. You can hear the extraterrestrial visit Louis Theroux. Just put that in YouTube and you'll find it. Louis Theroux looks so shocked. Oh, here he goes. Shitting himself. Having an attack.
This is Central Control. This is Central Control.
This is Central Control. Fucking hell. This is the same shit. I'm sorry, it's just the same shit in a different vein.
I hear Swaz's laugh when I listen to him do that.
This is Central Control. Imagine claim. Alright, let's carry on.
Stand by.
By the way, for the listeners, he is channeling, a alien from outer space right now. And it's just glorious to watch. Oh, drunk?
You alright, buddy?
Nah, not well.
Central Control.
Oh.
This is Addy.
Look, the guy's laughing this.
This is Addy. On behalf of the Honorable Corton representative, we are ready to begin with the information which we have for these individuals in this time period. Let us begin with the individual who's to the left forefront of the instrument.
That's absolutely the right.
Jeez.
That's the right reaction.
What did he say?
Him just going like this.
And then just what? Just like, I would be in tears. Would be streaming down my face if I was with you. I'd be like, I can't do this. This is exactly the same vein as. Sorry, I'm burping. Some of these, cold reads of it. It's just the same thing, Leon. It's the same thing. This is Central. In fact, I find that more entertaining.
What?
That? What's he doing? I'd go to one of those. I'd pay to see that. That's a performance.
Somebody channeling aliens?
Yep.
I 100% would watch somebody channeling aliens.
This is Central Control. If there was someone who lived near us who claimed on a flyer that we just nipped to the cart right and there was a flyer up saying, do you want to talk to aliens?
Would you like to speak to Zoltan?
Would like to speak to Zoltan. I would go in their house.
Yeah.
It smells of cat piss as well.
Yeah. And ciggies.
And ciggies. Cat piss and ciggies, this guy's thing. You can get an aroma.
I think it smells like old roast dinner. You know that smell of that smell of like old veg that's cooked.
Oh Jesus!
That like weird
fart veg.
Farty smell. And he offers you a cup of tea, but you really don't want to take it.
No, you don't. No, fuck that shit. He's pissed in that cup of tea for sure. This is Central Control, and he's pissing in the tea. Fucking hell, he's good. Yeah. I would go though. I wouldn't touch anything or drink anything.
No.
If he said, "Oh, first of all, before this do it, you need to drink this herbal tea," I'll be like, "That's laced with acid, and I'm not going to touch it."
Mm-hmm.
I'd pretend to drink it and spit it out. Thank you. It's nice.
Thank you. Oh.
And I'd secretly film the whole thing. Or better still, I'd pretend to be one of these guys. But I wouldn't want to invite.
Yes, imagine that if you said, "Oh, actually, I can channel them too."
Yeah, I'd be like a Vice documentary. I'd say to the camera,
Is that unethical?
that what they're doing is unethical, but the fact is they're just convincing people to believe it as well. Whereas I would be sitting in a camera and I'd be going, "Guys, this is all bullshit, and I'm going to pretend I can talk to Zoltan, the lord of the fucking globulons on planet 757. I make up a whole fucking backstory, and I'll be like, "This is central control. You need to drop your trousers, and you need to show me the end of your penis out of your fly. Go on, show me your bell end." And then I bet about 2 out of 10
Zoltan
people.
demands it.
Zoltan demands this. Get out your pee-pee. Oh my god. I would do that, and it'd be a Vice documentary. I'd be like, it's like that guy who convinced like the 5-star. He had a restaurant in his shed and convinced all these toffs to give it like top ratings, and it was just like basic microwave food, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well,
it's the same shit, mate.
His name was Humpa.
It's the same shit, mate. Like
Something like that.
It's like it's the same thing with food, man. Like there are chefs out there, and if Tom's watching this, he's going to be screaming at me.
So you're about to get this completely wrong.
There are chefs out there
No.
which do great jobs and great food, and some of it tastes really nice. And I have tried some top quality, top notch food. But there's also some fuckers out there that are just con artists with food. And there's just all those snobs that follow, oh yeah, it's like wine tasting and wine smelling. Oh, fuck off.
Have you ever tried it though?
Well, I've
How
tried
can you
top-notch
say that
food.
it's bullshit if you haven't tried it?
What do you mean? I've tried top-notch food, and there is.
Go for a wine tasting.
Yeah, all right. For example, there was this. I wanted to know how to cook.
You're judgmental.
You know, what is it called? Spaghetti.
Sorry. What
spaghetti is it? What is it? Eggs.
Spaghetti and eggs.
You know what? Is it not? What is it?
I've tried
carbonara. Simple carbonara, right? And this bloke used some he's some famous chef. Now I watched Jamie Oliver's, his was fine, I got it done. And I watched some other chefs, and Tom was like, "Oh, watch this chef." And he said, "Oh, make sure you put like two egg yolks in, but not like the egg white or something like that, just half the egg white." And I thought it made no difference. It wouldn't. It's like half an egg white wouldn't make no difference to the meal whatsoever. It was something as ridiculous as that. Was it Marco Pierre White? Oh no, no. Anyway, it was some Italian guys, and then we'd only put half this egg white in, and I was like, that's gonna make no difference to the taste of the food whatsoever. But they claim, and all these people follow it. It would make no difference that you put it in. He goes, "Well, make sure you put in this half egg white or whatever it is." I'm paraphrasing. It's not even going to be correct, but he made so little difference to the meal that it wouldn't. But it's their thing.
You don't know that. You're not a chef.
It's common sense. It wouldn't do anything.
You're not a chef.
Half a fucking egg.
People,
and all these toffs like, "Oh yeah, it does make a difference." It's like the same with like smelling your bastard wine.
These people train, or no? I'm not talking about wine tasting. I'm talking about food. These people train for years. It's their whole lives. They're passionate about it. They care about it. They put as many hours into cooking as you do into gaming. They know more about food than you do.
I guess, but like,
if he tells you that his recipe requires an extra half an egg white, that makes a difference.
No, also though, they've got too famous and too big, and they're gone. They're like, you know what? I'm going to just tell people.
Just going to put this out there. Dave's thinking that he can talk about food when he thinks Rustler's burgers are delicious.
Nothing wrong with a Rustler burger.
I'm afraid you don't get an opinion
shit
on
about
food.
Rustler's burgers, because one day they might sponsor this podcast.
That is true.
Oh God, should you imagine me getting free Rustler's burgers? Fucking
I don't want
drowning
that.
in them.
I don't want that.
I want that. Why are you ruining my dreams? I'm sorry. Whose podcast is this? I don't remember seeing your name on the podcast.
It was supposed to be the Sloth and Cub podcast.
No, it wasn't. It never was going to be that.
It became the Voorny podcast.
Because this podcast is all about me, my thoughts and my opinion.
All right. What else do you want to talk about
You're
then,
just
Voorny?
a side hoe.
Ouch.
What else do I want to talk about?
Yeah,
Why,
you had a whole list of stuff. And we
Okay.
haven't talked about any of it.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You have it as backup if you run out. So covered in Jesus' blood, and we talked about Doug and dolphins. I won't do the Captain America thing. I want to bring up this thing. You know, when a phone call has come to an end,
Yeah.
and both of you can feel the vibe that you don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah, you're done.
You're both done, and you're I knew. You've had a good conversation for about 10 minutes.
God, I'm so
How do you end the
uncomfortable.
phone call?
I'm actually so uncomfortable. Yep, carry on.
How do you end the phone call? Like, because it's gone on too long now. You both want to leave. How do you want to end the phone call? Yeah, do you go? Oh, you have that awkward like. Oh, anyway, I'll get going now. You're not thinking, are you?
No, I'm
Yeah, I'm
so
too busy.
uncomfortable.
What do you mean? You need to get comfy. She's just literally moving around.
Okay.
Well,
Carry on talking while I get myself comfortable.
How do you end the phone call when you both know it's over and you both know it's done? Go, anyway, mate, I'm going to go. My friend Tom says, anyway, you're boring me now, I'm going to fuck off, and just leaves.
Yeah.
It's a great exit. But
That's a great one.
say like you're talking to workmates and you need to be quite civil, and you both know it gets to a plateau because you both go a bit quiet.
I do the same thing every time.
I find it so awkward. Like, how do you sign off? Do you just go...
Don't you just do it I just go, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And then you both know.
What, just begin with, okay.
Yeah, because it goes, you know what it says, just tails off a bit, and then you go, okay.
Then what, you put the phone down?
No, you go, okay, well, I've got to crack on with other stuff, so...
But you don't, you're lying. You're not cracking on with us, so you just want to end the phone call.
Yeah, but what do you think you should say?
I think Tom's approach was quite good. Anyway, you're boring me now, mate. I'm going to get off. Bye. And just put the phone down. I think that was quite a good approach. Or just say it. Just be like, you know what, mate? I've got nothing more to say now, and I think this conversation's come to an end, so I'm going to put the phone down. Or is that like autistic?
No, I mean, I think it depends on who you're talking to.
It does. You are right. It actually does depend on who you're talking to.
Like, I would 100% say to you, right, I'm going to fuck off because you're boring me now. Or the one that I've said that to you before as well, I'm like, guess who's sexy and hangs up.
That's a good one, actually. Guess who's sexy and hangs up.
But obviously you can't do that to your boss.
To your workmates. Yeah, to your boss. Yeah. Yeah. DC. Yeah? Guess who's sexy and hangs up.
I think he'd laugh.
He would, to be fair. My boss would laugh.
To be fair, Tina would laugh if I did that to her. Hey, Tina, guess who's sexy and hangs up?
Or if you got a fart brew and just have a ripper down the phone and then just put the phone down.
Good one too.
I could smell this, you bastard. I saw a meme today and it hit home so much for me, and probably for you as well, Leanne. You could probably sympathise. It was a meme of like a famous person, well, two famous people at a basketball game, and the other guy's face, who was like joining in the conversation, his face just looked flat and looked like he's doing a fake laugh. And it's like when your social battery runs out, you just don't want to be around anymore. I was like, absolutely 100%.
Yeah.
So the word social battery draining is something I have experienced so many times in my life.
Yeah.
So I used to be the one where, like, oh, Dave's gonna fucking be the entertainer. You do something funny, Dave. And as I've got older, I've got more introverted. I used to be quite extroverted, but now I am a show off still, but I want it to be on my terms. But there's been so many times where I've been out and my social battery has just been drained. I know yours definitely.
I'm a pure introvert.
You just blank and go, yeah, I'm going now.
I'm just done.
You either just leave.
It's not because I'm not having fun, and it's not because I don't like people. It's because I've got nothing left.
But some people find that rude though, and I'm just like, but it's not. like other people need people's
Extroverts
energy.
find it rude.
Yeah, other people need other people's
'Cause
energy.
they don't get it. It's like the whole fucking social things at work. You're like, actually, I'd rather not because I've seen you all week.
Yeah, right.
And they get so offended. You're like, it's not that. I just need my time to just get myself back. Feeling
Social
good
battery
again.
is such a good word of talk. Like when your social battery is drained, you just don't want to be around people. Like
Even if
our
I
next
love,
door neighbours were talking about.
even if I love somebody, like I love having them here or I love being with them, they will still drain my battery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really badly.
Absolutely, I'm the same. I'm not fucking cold hearted. I do need I do need humans need humans. You do need human reaction, but some people need more reaction than others.
Yeah.
Interaction with others. Like Tom talks to me. He realised with this, this lockdown that we have got going on at the minute. He realised he needs people.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but he does need people to be around to get his energy. Sometimes I think.
Yeah.
And whereas I'm kind of comfortable with this lockdown, I'm like, oh God, I don't have any plans. And that makes me feel so nice. Same with Doug and Emily, they said it, didn't they?
Yeah, they're not people.
God.
Find excuses to get out of stuff.
Yeah, and when you have like a plan with someone and it falls apart, you're like, thank God I
Emily
didn't
said
go.
something that really rung true with me. She's
That's not shitting on anybody, by the way. You're like,
no,
being around, you just don't have the ability just to like, you gotta kind of like put your social, like you gotta get in the mode of like, oh, I've got to talk, and you gotta, there can't be any awkward silences, and you gotta really push on with this social interaction. It's just draining for some people. Don't get me wrong.
Some people are easier than others, I think.
Continue what you're saying.
Emily said something yesterday that really stuck with me because I felt exactly the same. I miss people. I want to make sure everybody's okay and I want to check in with them. But when it comes to actually making that FaceTime call, I kind of think to myself, like, oh, I can't even be fucked to do this. Like, I can't be bothered. And I haven't seen anybody.
Now, I'm trying to play a devil's advocate, but is that seen as being selfish to other people?
I still make the call.
Yeah, but like, should you?
And then once I'm on the call, I'm fine.
Yeah, that is true. Like sometimes it turns out, like I think it's the idea of it more than the actual aspect of it.
It's like, right, okay, I've got to get on now.
Yeah, I guess whatever the vibe is, I guess. Like sometimes you go out and you think I can't be arsed, and it turns into a good night. And sometimes you can't be arsed, and you're like, oh, and you kind of, it turns out exactly how you thought it would. So I guess it's from person to person. But I am Jim, my old friend, was like, mate. Because I said, oh, I love this lockdown because of, I'm being a bit more introverted these days. And Jim was like, oh, you're far from the opposite of introverted. I was like, I used to be. But now I do like showing off and I do like being around crowds and stuff like that.
The difference between an introvert and extrovert is purely what we've talked about. An extrovert gets their energy from being with people and an introvert gets drained by being with people. It gets their energy from being alone. So I'm pure introvert because I get my energy from being alone. I think you are more extrovert because if people come round, you hit the roof.
I do hit the roof, but there are times where I've gone like inwards a bit. I mean, Rob can testify to that as well. Remember when I've just gone a bit inwards and a bit like, oh God. And I think that is just, and I often think, why am I being... I've seen you
go inwards loads.
I often think to myself, why am I being like this? Why am I so... Like, people are having a good time around me, but yeah, I'm like...
Well, we've had parties and you've just, like, disappeared or just been sat there in silence.
Well, yeah, I don't know why. I think it is, like, this whole introverted thing. I think that's me just saying, you know what, I'm just checking out for a bit.
I don't know. People change as they get older.
I do. I think I've changed. I think I've changed a little bit. I think I'm more introverted than I've been.
Whether because you enjoy being introverted or whether just because you like to be comfortable. And if everything's easy and comfortable, then you're happy.
I often worry too much as well for me about if everybody's having a good time. I need to make sure everybody is okay. If somebody out of the group is not okay during a party, like my close friendship circle, then I can't. I have to obsess about getting them set up in the right way. Like if I have like a LAN party, I have to make sure everything's neat and they've got things good to go. Like when Jim came around here, he needed a mouse mat, so I had to fashion him one out of cardboard and I just couldn't let it go. I just had to, I can't feel comfortable unless someone else feels comfortable. Really weird. I need to like please people.
Mm.
So when we have a fight, I have the need to make sure you're all right, even though you just need your space. I find it very hard to go, is everything all right? Like, I find it hard not to do that, sorry. Is everything all right? Is it something I've done? And you're like, just leave me alone for a bit. All good.
Well, it's because it's all about you, Hoss.
It is all about me.
The amount of times I've been really upset and Dave's ended up crying.
Yeah.
And I've had to end up comforting him. So I'll be really upset about something, then all of a sudden I find myself in a situation where I'm going, it's okay, Dave, don't worry.
I don't know
Everything's
what
going to
that
be
is.
okay.
I think it's from being an only child, and I'm quite
You're
selfish.
spoiled.
I was spoiled. Yeah, I was a spoiled little brat.
Still are a spoiled little brat.
Shut up, Leanne. Anyway, we're ending the show now. It's been 1 hour, 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
But we got loads to talk about.
Mate, we can say
Horse
this is what
behaviour.
happens. Oh, we have got horse behaviour to talk about. Drunk
5G.
Leanne. 5G. We got so much stuff to talk about. We'll have it for the next podcast. But this is what happens. Sometimes you just don't get round to it, and that's a good thing.
I think we should talk about horse behaviour before we go.
No, we're not talking about horse behaviour. It's going to be
okay.
next
Well,
episode.
if we can't do that, then I want to finish by. I don't think Tick will ever watch this, but if he does,
He will. He does watch the podcast.
I just want to apologise for my behaviour after last Saturday's podcast. I was in a state. I had drunk a bottle of wine, gin, and vodka. I don't remember anything, but I do know it was bad.
Oh,
and
shit, yeah.
I don't believe that you are a rapist, cannibal, murderer, and I do not believe that you are going to wank over mine and Dave's dead bodies.
Anyway.
And I apologise wholeheartedly.
And that's going to be an a topic for next week. We'll end on that.
Yeah.
And now people are like, what? Wait, what? What do you mean, like, rape that? Anyway, we'll end on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
Sorry, Tick.
Anyway, thank you for listening to episode 3 of the Voorny podcast. Remember, if you're on iTunes and you listen to this right now, please rate and review the show. It really helps us. Give it 5 stars and say how good I am. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, thumbs up, appreciate a subscription, touch the bell as well. Appreciate you, boys. Thank you very much. Voorny out. And Leanne, if you'd like to do a sign out, please.
Get to know us and you. Have a nice time and enjoy the weekend.
Thank you. Stay safe, everyone.